So welcome to another video where I'm going over each part of the bankruptcy petition. So as you can see, I'm on Schedule G. I'm going straight in the order that it's listed on the bankruptcy court website. I always post those links in case you are looking to file for bankruptcy on your own. Today we're going over executory contracts. It sounds like legalese. It's not. Let's just make it simple. All it is leases. So this video will be short because there's only a couple things that I wish to focus on. And remember, you can always go to my blog, bankruptcy.blog. On the bottom left of any page that you're on, you will see a link that says how to file for bankruptcy, where I review and I have in a blog post and video all these sections of the bankruptcy petition. And before that, underneath that, you'll see another link that says find your bankruptcy court. And there, what I have most states up already. It has information on the bankruptcy exemptions in your state, has all the information you need on the bankruptcy trustee as well as the courthouse. Okay. So, a couple of things to go over here that I just wanted to focus on. Again, I always don't specifically focus on the form filling because everything kind of speaks for itself. You just put the name of the creditors. What I like to point out is issues that you should be aware of. The issues that I see is one, know your district. That's something that I have argued from day one in all my postings. Know your district. My district is different than yours and it's different than the next one. So how things are handled in the Southern District in Miami is completely different how things are going to be handled in the Middle or Northern District of Florida or any other state that we can jump over to. So with that in mind, when we're talking about leases, understand you just don't own it. And I was going to see here, and I see it here. Actually, I didn't even notice this until now. Cell phones. Cell phones are expensive. My last cell phone was that Z Fold, and that was a $2,000 phone. That's a lease. Now, where I'm from, trustees don't care about that. They don't care that you didn't list your cell phone. Doesn't matter how expensive they are. But I traveled north, still within the Southern District, but now in Broward County, so the next county north of Miami, and all of a sudden they're asking about cell phones. So know your district. That means if you have to look up other petitions filed by lawyers just to make sure if they list certain things or not, worst case scenario, just list it. The reality is a lease is it's not ownership. You're basically renting it, which brings up the issue that I want to talk about cars and apartments. Even in divorce cases, I've come across clients who say, well, our assets, we have this apartment, and then they'll get into the issues of the car. And I stop them right there and say, an apartment you're leasing or a condominium, since sometimes people use those words interchangeably. It says, no, we're leasing. So well, then that's not an asset. You're renting it. You'll never own that apartment. With the car, it's the same thing. If you're leasing a car, you're literally just renting the car. Now, there is the option to buy, right? That's inherent. It's written into every car lease. But when that lease is up, if you're not going to buy it, you walk away clear, right? Maybe you have to pay the mileage or whatever maintenance issues they are, but that's it. It's not your problem anymore. You can go buy a new car, you can buy that same car. The option is yours. But that's what a lease is. So be careful, don't put a lease, don't list it as an asset because all that's going to do is create confusion for the trustee and then ultimately you might have to no not you might you will have to amend your petition and that's more time and money spent. And it's the same thing with the cars. Make sure that you are clear whether this is a lease or not. Now, whether you're going to keep a lease or not, we'll go over that in other bankruptcy forms, but that is also an issue that needs to be confirmed. Are you keeping the lease? At least when it comes to executory contracts here of Schedule G, all you're really discussing is you're just listing those leases. So you might list your apartment here, for example, apartment one, you live at 123 Main Street, you put the city, the zip, etc. If there's a car loan, whatever car, let me think, Chevrolet here, you put their contact information, you put everything else relevant to that lease. But again, you do not own that vehicle. You're just leasing it, even though there's an option to buy. It's an option. You're not obligated to. So do not list it as an asset. Okay. But it is, of course, make sure you do deduct it from your expenses. We're going to go over expenses soon. It's only a couple videos away, but make sure when it comes to Schedule J, which is your expenses, that car lease, whatever that amount is listed there because that reduces your disposable income when you're comparing the trustees comparing Schedule I, which is income, to Schedule J. Okay, so pretty straightforward video. Any questions or comments on this particular form Schedule G or any other videos that I've posted on the bankruptcy petition, feel free to post those comments in the comment section of the video. Thank you.